Hello, hello, hello to all of my frag heads of the galaxy. It's your girl, Tracy D, the fragrance junkie, and I'm here to talk about some of my newest oil perfumery acquisitions, okay? So if you've never tried oil perfumery, I definitely highly suggest that if you're looking for an inspiration, dupe, whatever you want to call it, of your favorite expensive fragrance, you could probably find it. Well, there's many different dupe houses or inspirations from different brands that you could get. Dossier, Oil Perfumery, Dua. There's so many different inspo houses out there, so you don't have to break the bank to smell like some of your favorite fragrances out there. So I have been buying from Oil Perfumery at least the last 5 or more years, and I've got tons and tons and tons of their roller balls all over the place. So we're going to talk about some of my newest acquisitions from Oil Perfumery, my thoughts about them, and if I would recommend them, okay? I do have a few duas in here, but there's a method to my madness, all right? So stick with me, guys. Stick with me. If you like my channel, my new channel, if you like my reviews, do your girl a solid and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Also, hype the video, guys. Hype the video to all my beautiful, unapologetically dope women of the universe out there, okay? All of us, no matter your color, your creed, none of that. We are all beautiful queens, all right, and kings, okay? So first off, what are we starting off with? Okay. We're going to start off with, now I've heard a lot about this fragrance, but I don't know about your pocketbook, but my pocketbook does not afford me to just drop $200-300 or more at a pop, okay? Excuse me. Especially for a Tom Ford fragrance. This is, I think it's one of his newest fragrances, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it's an old one, I don't know. But this is called Jasmin Rouge. Jasmin Rouge, and it is an inspo of Tom Ford's Jasmin Rouge. And this, now, I know some of you are like, oh, Jasmin could be so right, and Jasmin could go oh so wrong. Am I right? Yeah. Sometimes Jasmin can smell animalic. Sometimes it can smell bubblegummy, perfumey, and all that other stuff. I mean, the range of Jasmin and how it comes across varies, okay? So let me tell you some of the notes in here, and you have to like Jasmin, or I would not recommend this fragrance. All right, we've got top notes of cinnamon, ginger, bergamot, cardamom, pepper, and mandarin orange in the middle. We've got jasmine, ylang-ylang, neroli, broom, and clary sage. I don't know what broom smells like. I'm going to research that a little bit more because I've seen a few other fragrances that had broom in there. So I just want to check that out. I don't know if it's like a hay note or not. And what's holding this down is amber, woodsy notes, vanilla, leather, and French labdanum. Man, oh man, oh man. Now, what I like about Oil Perfumery is that their scents are considered clean scents, okay? Using only ingredients that are clean to the environment and also for your skin. Excuse me. Let me smell it. Now, they all come in roller balls. So if you don't mind a roller ball, this is very convenient. It's convenient for travel. You just throw it in the bag or a few in the bag and you're off. You don't have to worry about, getting through TSA and all that other stuff, okay? Like I said, this is a really interesting scent. I got this last week, so I'm still in the process of deciding, is this a fragrance for me, or is this something that maybe I could pass on. This is my fragrance of the day today. And I literally do not smell any of the top notes. I don't smell any of the cinnamon, the ginger, the bergamot, the cardamom, the pepper. I mean, it smells a little bit spicy. That could be because of some of those ingredients, but literally, to me, I bypass all of the top notes, and my nose goes straight to the middle notes, and that is jasmine, ylang-ylang, neroli, broom, and clary sage. Very, very floral, very, very jasmine-y. It's not an animalic jasmine. It's more of, like, I would say, like a candied type of jasmine, okay? And then just held down by some of the woodsy notes, the vanilla and the amber. I don't even detect any of the leather in here. Nope. All I detect is some of those woodsy notes and some of the amber, and that is it. So very well blended if you can't detect some of these notes, or maybe they just put a minuscule amount in them. I'm not sure. But Jasmine Rouge, yeah, I heard Danny talk about this on Marie Colette's channel, her fragrance channel, and she was talking about the dual brands inspo of Jasmine Rouge, which she raved about. And so I didn't really want to spend $60 on the dual brands inspo of it, because I wasn't sure whether I was going to like it or not, because Jasmine is like a crapshoot. It's like, oh, cat eyes, you know what I mean? So I decided to spend, I think I got this for $12 off of Oil Perfumery. I've never smelled the original. I don't know what it smells like, but I definitely do like this. This is definitely something that would be considered, like, if you want to go on a brunch date or a coffee date, or just hanging out with friends during the day. I mean, literally, you can wear your scents anytime you freaking feel like it. I mean, it's your scent, and you can wear it any time of the season, any time of the day. I'm just saying that this probably would be really, really good during the day, right when the weather is changing. It's starting to slowly warm up, you know what I mean, from the colder weather. Yeah. It's a flirty scent, and it's somewhat playful as well. So if you like jasmine, and if you would like an inspo of the expensive Tom Ford version, I would say try Oil Perfumery's Jasmine Rouge. Okay? Alright. It's got a lot of notes in there too. And these notes are handcrafted. I mean, these perfumes by Oil Perfumery are handcrafted. They're clean, okay? Clean, vegan, and cruelty-free. They're alcohol-free and paraben and no sort of other nasty ingredients in them, okay? All right. Now, I know when I say the name of this perfume, some noses are going to crinkle. Okay, some noses are going to crinkle, because I know Erba Pura is a very divisive scent, okay? Some people like that musky, almost animalic type of situation, okay? And that's what Erba Pura reminds me of. This is an inspo of Sospiro's Erba Pura. Excuse me. This is a very interesting scent. And let me tell you what this has in it. The top notes are bergamot, orange, and lemon. The heart notes are fruits. It doesn't say what fruits. Okay? And the base notes are amber, bourbon, vanilla, and white musk. Excuse me. Honestly, this reminds me of This reminds me slightly of musk therapy in a way. It's in the same category, in the same family, okay, as that. It's very musky. It's very, very musky. So if you don't like very musky scents, I would say skip the Erba Pura, all right, and maybe even the oh god, what was the one I just mentioned? I'm having a brain lapse. You know, the other one I just mentioned. But anyway, but this is very well blended. I do like a nice musky scent, you know, sort of like, you know, that warm skin type of feeling after you've been out in the sun for a while and you kind of have that warm musky scent to your skin. I smell the citruses in here, but they're very, to me, these are kind of muted. Musk therapy, okay, musk therapy. Musk therapy is much more citrusy than Erba Pura to my nose. I don't know. I smell some of the citrus in here. It's not very strong. It's sort of a mild version. The heart notes just says fruits. I have no idea what fruits these are, but I will say I don't smell any. All I smell is the base of amber and white musk and some citruses. All right, I do mix this. I also have the musk therapy version from Oil Perfumery, so sometimes I mix those together. You can wear Erba Pura solo dolo. This is really great once it starts getting warm outside, especially probably in the summer. This is probably bomb. This is probably when some of those different fruity scents, once the heat hits it, starts to really show themselves. All right, but you can wear this alone, or you can wear this as a base for another scent. You can mix this with the other musk that I mentioned that I have lost what it is again. But yeah, so Erba Pura. This is a great inspo of the Sospiro version. Okay, what's next? Yeah. All right, we've got Omnia Crystalline. Omnia Crystalline version of Bvlgari. Okay, I love me a good Bvlgari scent. I used to own many of them back in the day, but you know, I don't really spend a whole lot of money, especially on designer type of scents anymore. But Omnia Crystalline, I bought this because I remembered how good this smelled to me. This has notes of lotus, orange, heliotrope, musk, and sandalwood. Simple, right? Not like a long laundry list like the Jasmin Rouge, okay? So this is keep it simple, stupid, right? We used to say that in the army. Keep it simple, kiss. Keep it simple, stupid. You know, don't get too crazy, you know what I mean? With all these fragrance notes. If you served in the military, thank you for your service. All right. I've got to give it up to my fellow tribesmen who all served. Oh, yeah, baby. This is good. This is good. That lotus flower gives it sort of like a somewhat watery type of feeling to it. Airy or watery type of feeling. Or vibe. I get the orange and the heliotrope, which sort of smells a little bit citrusy, and then it's held down by the musk. I'm assuming that this is a white musk, and the sandalwood. Easy peasy, simple, but it smells so good. Okay, so this is Omnia Crystalline the inspo of the Bvlgari version. Okay. Ooh, love this. This is Byredo, an inspo of Byredo's Bal d'Afrique. Bal d'Afrique. Absolutely love this. Let me tell you, a few years ago, I was home, unfortunately for a funeral, my brother's, and my aunt had several bottles of Bal d'Afrique in the bathroom, and I got a chance to really wear it for a few days and see how I liked it, and I fell in love with it. But the price tag, not so much. Okay, so I had to find a way to find some inspos that are at least a 1-to-1 or pretty damn close. Okay, so this is Bal d'Afrique by Perfumery, and it's beautiful. It's really, really nice. Let me tell you what this bad boy has in it. Top notes are bergamot, lemon, neroli, African marigold, which sold me. I love me a good marigold, okay? And buku or buchu. I don't know what that is. Let me look it up. Hold on. All right, so I looked up buchu or buku, B-U-C-H-U or C-C-H-U, and it is a plant from South Africa, and it is a herb. It creates a herbaceous, fruity scent, kind of like mango or peach, and it says, and a slightly bitter, savory undertone, which is used in some perfumes to add a unique, tangy or green fruity nuance. Okay, so. And, you know, if you really, really study the scent with your olfactories, I think I do get a hint of this buchu or this buku, because there is a slightly tangy, green, fruity nuance, at the end, or somewhere mingled in there is that buku or buchu. All right, it's a beautiful scent, and also some of the writings say that this can create an intense black currant note. Yeah, so I don't know, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. I got the bergamot, the lemon, the neroli. I'm assuming, I think I know what African marigold smells like, but I'm not sure. I smell something floral in there. The heart notes are violet, jasmine petals, and cyclamen. And the base notes are black amber, musk, vetiver, and Moroccan cedarwood. This is one of the best scents, I feel, that has been created in the last 5 to 10 years. Bal d'Afrique, to me, this is not a linear scent. This is what I would consider a more complex type of scent, okay? But the dry down is just beautiful. To me, people say that Byredo scents are not long lasting. Maybe because I'm using the oil and I mix it together with my Paris 1920 by the Duo brand, which is their inspo of Bal d'Afrique. Okay, and I mix the two together. Okay, and that gives it a little bit more lasting power with the oil. So I've got, like I mentioned, I've got the Paris 1920 from the Duo brand, and I just received the Paris 1920 Absolu from the Duo brand a few days ago. This, I don't know what's different about this. Let me see. Hold on for just a second. Absolu. What's different about this? Okay. Well. Okay. So to me, I'm looking at the notes list, and this does list blackcurrant, which I was just saying that the buku or the buchu could also be a substitute for blackcurrant because it has the same scent as the blackcurrant. So this has musk and praline in it. So and it looks like that's the only difference. To me, this just smells a little bit more citrusy than the Paris 1920 or the original Bal d'Afrique. But they're all three beautiful and interchangeable. So I would say if you don't want to spend all that money to pay Byredo, I would say either Oil Perfumery or the Duo brand. Okay? And you will be smelling, no one will ever know the difference that you're not wearing the original. Okay? And let's see. Last up, I've got, I got a sample from my booze at Scent Split of Althair by Parfums de Marly. Love it. I need to get an inspo of this, and I did. I got the Oil Perfumery's inspo of Althair, and for 2 or 3 days, I did one on one arm, one on the other. This one just goes on a little stronger than the oil. It goes on a little bit stronger, but the dry down, there's not much difference. I would say this is about 96-97% to Althair. All right, and I'm not paying Parfums de Marly prices. Sorry, but I may get another. After this is done, I might get another travel or sampler from my booze at Scent Split. So that is it for my Oil Perfumery haul. What do y'all think? Have you tried Oil Perfumery? Are you going to try any of these? If you have any suggestions, let me know. And if you have any other inspos aside from Oil Perfumery for some of these scents that I mentioned today, let a girl know, okay? All right, all of you unapologetically dope women and men out there, have a wonderful day all the way from the ATL. Tracy D, the Fragrance Junkie. Bye, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.